Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports preview of Chelsea women versus Arsenal women, taking place in the fifth round of the Women's FA Cup this coming Sunday. And both teams really on decent form, shall we say. Chelsea, begin with, Emma Hayes' team, 2-2 draw against Manchester City at the weekend in the Super League. Could have been a loss. They were 2-0 down at half-time, but the magic of Ji, the South Korean, coming through for... Is she South Korean?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
I thought I made a huge mess up then. It's coming through with 2 goals in that one. A deflection off a free kick near the end as well to give them the draw in that game against the leaders of the Women's Super League at the moment. Sophie Ingle and Beth England also played well in that game. And, they got good form in the competition itself too. Good 2-0 victory against Everton in the previous round, as we mentioned last week. Blundell and Spence getting the goals in that one there. Jamie, Chelsea women's team they're doing well.
Yeah.
They're just lacking really the end product in a lot of games. What would you think for Emma Hayes to approaching this team against Arsenal? What would you think that she would be addressing towards her players as they look to go into this game?
I think the way that she would look at it is the fact that, you went to Birmingham and didn't get the 3 points. You didn't go to Man City and get the 3 points. And, when you look at the match, you'll take a draw after what happened. But Chelsea are there to fight for the title, and it's just not happening. They're having a really bad patch at the moment in terms of the WSL. But Emma Hayes is going to hope that after this cup game, whatever happens in this cup game, because this could be it. If they don't win this cup game, then the league is their only option. So Emma Hayes has got to look at it and think, right, if you don't perform this weekend, we can't slip up anymore in the league because this is ours now. We've got to go for it. While Man City and Arsenal have got a Continental Cup final to do. They could also be in the next round of the Women's FA Cup. So the advantage could be there for Chelsea in terms of priority. But, this weekend's going to be interesting because Chelsea... they'll take a draw at Man City, as I said, because Man City, when they play at home, are very difficult, just like their men's team. It's pretty much been seen as a fortress throughout the last few years since Man City women became a very serious team, a full-time club. But when you look at this match as well, Arsenal women have been playing really well because, they were up against Man United, which, it was their first competitive match between the two. So it was a little bit... what to expect. No one really knew what to expect. And United lost at the end, as disappointed as it was, but they got a goal late on as well. So it was a close encounter, really. But Arsenal were able to get over it, win that match, win convincingly as well to get to the final. So I think the way I look at it, I think Arsenal could be the favourites, actually, for this game, even if they're away from home.
What would you think of a player like Ji getting 2 goals against Manchester City, and how important has she been for Chelsea since her arrival really a couple of years back, looking like a true quality talent for her team? Yeah,
she's been linked to Lyon at least a few times in the past, as I told you before, because Lyon are known for being one of the best teams, probably the best team in Europe. They've had the likes of Alex Morgan there. I think Carly Lloyd was linked there, but she never went at the end. But they're known of getting the informed players like Real Madrid would be in the men's side. So the fact that G stayed put and has actually been loyal to the team since we watched her in the Women's FA Cup final. She commentated on the winning goal. First time it was ever at Wembley, the Women's FA Cup final. So, it's great to see her do that since then. And she won the Women's PFA award a few years ago as well. So G's great for the women's game. She's been a great ambassador, you could say, for women's football in England. And it's great to see. I mean, I haven't seen the free kick yet. You were saying to me before it's a cracking free kick, but that just probably best describes her, really. She a proper footballer. Any big team in football is the one that grinds your team out of sticky situations and gets the result, and that's what she did.
Yeah, it took a deflection off the free kick, but it was certainly
still a goal.
It's still a goal, and she had her own goal before that too, so definitely a key player for Chelsea. Arsenal, though, on the flip side, as you already mentioned, Joe Montemuro's team 1-2-1 against Manchester United in the Continental Cup. Medina getting 2 goals in that one, 25 goals overall in all comp.
That Medima's just amazing at the moment. She just can't score. Sorry, I mean she can't miss. Sorry, what am I saying?
Yeah, 25 goals in all comps. Louise Quinn as well, solid in defence. Her 50th appearance for Arsenal. So they're doing absolutely fantastic at the moment. Katie McCabe, Player of the Month nomination in the Women's League too. And they had good form as well in the previous round as well against Crawley, as we mentioned last time out. 4-0 victory against them. Grant getting the free goal, and Kim Little, the person I forgot to give the mention to last week for their goal. Kim Little got the other goal in that one. So, what I take away from this, Jamie, is the fact that Arsenal have 3 more days to prepare for this fixture than what Chelsea do, because Chelsea played on the Sunday, whereas Arsenal played on the Thursday. Is that going to be a bigger factor in this tie?
No, I mean, it's funny. I used to say in the past that sometimes having more games is probably not a good thing, but I've learned from interviewing managers over the last few months that they want to play football. That's their job, isn't it? At the end of the day, the training is part of it. You got to get the players to warm up and die down after a football match, but you do learn these little things, like you just want to play football. You want to see what your team does on the day, and I think they relish the challenge. If they had real problems with the schedule, you'd probably hear about it in the media side of things. Like one of the managers is complaining, saying all the games are too close to each other. How are we supposed to recover? But these are full-time clubs, so I don't really have any sympathy. So when, like for example, Crawley played against Arsenal were going to win because of who they are, but also Crawley have players that have normal jobs during the week, so it's expected. For Crawley, it was just a great fixture and great experience for the squad to learn what it's like to go up against one of the best teams in women's football in England. So I think it doesn't really matter. I don't think he'll take any serious consideration. This is a proper, this is a derby as well. So no matter what, if these players understand the whole Chelsea-Arsenal rivalry, they'll be really up for it.
Medema. Do you think Chelsea can keep her out?
No.
The
way in terms of form, she's incredible. Yeah. She's already broken records in the WSL, highest goal scorer ever in a season. So she'll just carry on from what I'm seeing if form says anything. But it all depends on how many will she score, because we all talk about Karen Carney, we talk about G. We talk about Bethany England. It's a great Chelsea team, but also the Arsenal team matches it.
Yeah, and certainly I think, despite how strong Chelsea's defence can be, I think Medema will get the better of them. So this is going to be a repeat of the 2018 Women's FA Cup final, which finished on the day Chelsea 3, Arsenal 1. Are we going to see a repeat of that scoreline, Jamie, do you think? I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Arsenal. Yeah. I'm not saying Chelsea aren't going to show up, but I just sense with Chelsea, if they go out of this cup, they could just look at the fact that WSL's a must, and that might help them. But then there's the Women's Champions League. We'll see. I think the ambition for Arsenal to try and get all the trophies this season, Continental, the league, trying to chase up onto City, and the FA Cup for them is a big ambition for them. So I think Arsenal are going to win this one as well. I think 2-1's a fair scoreline, because I think Chelsea's defence is solid, but I think Medema's just too good. It's just incredible stats. Yeah, she's just too good, and I think Arsenal will get the best out of her, and Chelsea will struggle in order to keep her out, despite the fact that they are playing at home at Kingsmeadow Stadium. I think Arsenal should go through this one with on to the next stage. So, what are your own predictions for the game itself? Let us know in the comment section below this video. Don't forget to like it, subscribe for more Let's Talk Sport content. See you all very soon.